Imagine a place in the cosmos so strange, so powerful that nothing can escape its grasp. Not even light, the fastest thing in the universe. This isn't science fiction. This is a black hole. For decades, these objects have been the ultimate cosmic enigma, a puzzle box floating in the vast darkness of space. They are the final act in the life of a massive star, a point of no return where the known laws of physics seem to break down. We can't see them directly, which only adds to their profound mystery. They are like ghosts in the cosmic graveyard, their presence only known by the effects they have on the star's gas that dare to wander too close. It's a gravitational monster, a one-way door out of the universe. The very idea of a black hole stretches our imagination to its limits. Think about it. A star, many times more massive than our own sun, burns brightly for millions or billions of years. Then, it runs out of fuel. Before NASA's recent breakthroughs, our picture of a black hole was simple, yet terrifyingly absolute. It was a cosmic vacuum cleaner, a point of no return. Scientists, building on Einstein's work, believed that anything crossing the event horizon was lost forever. All the intricate details of whatever fell in, whether it was a star, a planet, an unlucky astronaut, were thought to be completely erased. This was known as the no-hair theorem. The idea was that a black hole could be described by only three properties: its mass, its spin, and its electrical charge. All other information, all its hair, was shaved off at the event horizon, gone for good. It was the ultimate information shredder. One of the fundamental rules of quantum mechanics is that information can never be truly destroyed. It can be scrambled, rearranged, or hidden. But it can't just vanish from the universe. Yet, black holes seem to do just that. This conflict between Einstein's theory of gravity and the laws of quantum mechanics created a deep chasm in our understanding of the cosmos. It was called the black hole information paradox. It suggested that one of our most fundamental theories of reality had to be wrong, but we didn't know which one or how to fix it. The game changed when we developed new ways to see the universe. We couldn't just use traditional telescopes that look at visible light because black holes by their very nature are dark. So, NASA and its partners built extraordinary new observatories. Chandra X-ray Observatory, which can see the superheated gas swirling around a black hole just before it falls in. Hubble Space Telescope, which can see the gravitational effects of black holes on nearby stars and galaxies with stunning precision. James Webb Space Telescope, which can peer through cosmic dust to see the environments of black holes in unprecedented infrared detail. These powerful tools became our new eyes, allowing us to probe the extreme physics near the event horizon. Instead of just seeing the shadow, we could now study the chaos happening right at the edge. The Chandra Observatory detected X-rays coming from deep within the gravitational wells of black holes. These weren't just random emissions, they were structured signals, echoes of light that had bounced around near the event horizon before escaping. It was like shouting into a canyon and hearing your voice come back, not just as a single echo, but as a complex series of reflections that tell you about the shape of the canyon walls. For the first time, we were getting information from behind the black hole. Then came the Event Horizon Telescope, a global network of radio telescopes that turned the Earth into one giant observatory. It gave us our first direct image of a black hole's silhouette in 2019. One of the most mind-blowing discoveries to come from this new era of observation is that black holes are not the perfect, featureless voids we once imagined. They have a complex and dynamic environment. NASA's X-ray telescopes like Chandra New-Star detected faint echoes of X-ray light coming from behind black holes. Think about that for a second. Light that went behind a black hole was somehow able to reach our telescopes. How is that possible? The answer lies in the black hole's extreme gravity. It warps space-time so severely that it actually bends the path of light, allowing us to see photons that originated from the far side of the event horizon. The black hole is acting like a cosmic funhouse mirror. This discovery is a direct contradiction of the simple no-hair theorem. If black holes were truly bald and featureless, the environment around them would be much simpler. But these light echoes tell us a different story. They carry information about the material swirling just outside the event horizon, and even about the black hole's spin. It's as if the black hole retains a memory of the material it is consuming, imprinting that information onto the space-time around it. This suggests that information isn't completely destroyed when it falls in. Instead, it might be stored or encoded in some way on the surface of the event horizon, like a cosmic hologram. Perhaps nothing has changed our understanding of black holes more than our newfound ability to hear them. I'm talking about gravitational waves. In 2015, the LIGO and Virgo collaborations made history by detecting the faint ripples in space-time. The collision of two massive black holes over 1 billion light-years away produced the signal. Albert Einstein predicted these waves a century earlier, but he thought they would be far too weak to ever detect. Yet, there they were. The signal, a tiny chirp that lasted for a fraction of a second, was the sound of two of the universe's most extreme objects merging into one. It was the beginning of a whole new way to study the cosmos, gravitational wave astronomy. This was not just about confirming Einstein's theory. Each gravitational wave signal is like a sound recording of a cosmic cataclysm. By analyzing the frequency and amplitude of the wave, we can learn an incredible amount about the objects that created it. We can determine their masses, how fast they were spinning, and even their orientation as they spiraled towards each other. It's like hearing two bells ring and being able to tell their exact size, shape, and material just from the sound they make. For the first time, we had a direct probe of the dynamics of black holes themselves, not just the matter around them. We were no longer just watching the shadow, we were listening to the symphony of space-time itself. These detections have revealed a whole new population of black holes we never knew existed. Stellar mass black holes, a few times the mass of the Sun. Intermediate mass black holes, dozens to hundreds of times the mass of our Sun. Supermassive black holes, millions or billions of times the mass of the Sun. One of the strangest and most profound discoveries concerns what a spinning black hole does to the very fabric of reality. According to Einstein, a massive object doesn't just sit in space-time, it warps it. And if that object is spinning, it doesn't just warp space-time, it drags it along for the ride. This effect is called frame dragging. Imagine placing a bowling ball on a rubber sheet and spinning it. The ball will not only create a depression in the sheet, but it will also twist the sheet around it. A spinning black hole does the same thing to the four-dimensional fabric of space-time. It creates a swirling vortex of space and time around itself. For a long time, this was just a bizarre theoretical prediction. But NASA's Gravity Probe B mission, launched in 2004, was designed specifically to test it. The mission used 4 of the most perfectly spherical gyroscopes ever created, orbiting the Earth. The idea was to see if the spin of the Earth itself could drag space-time and slightly alter the orientation of these gyroscopes. After years of painstaking data analysis, the result was confirmed. Earth's relatively gentle spin does indeed drag space-time. Now, imagine that effect amplified by the incomprehensible mass and rapid spin of a black hole. It's not just a gentle twist, it's a cosmic blender. This frame-dragging effect creates a region outside the event horizon called the ergosphere. Within the ergosphere, space-time is being dragged around faster than the speed of light. For the longest time we thought of black holes as agents of pure destruction. They were cosmic monsters, the end of the line for stars, planets, anything else that strayed too close. The environment around them was thought to be far too violent and chaotic to support anything as delicate as life. High-energy radiation, intense gravitational tides, a constant rain of infalling matter. All of that seemed to create a definitive no-go zone for habitability. If a planet were near a black hole, conventional wisdom said its chances of life were zero. It would be swallowed whole or sterilized by radiation. But recent discoveries from NASA's telescopes have forced us to reconsider. Observations with the James Webb Space Telescope, Hubble. They revealed that feedback from supermassive black holes isn't always negative. Their powerful jets can blast gas out of a galaxy. They can halt star formation. And, surprisingly, they can trigger it. Shock waves compress clouds of interstellar gas. Those clouds collapse and form new generations of stars. And planets. The black hole can act like a cosmic gardener. So, why should you care about any of this? We live on a cozy little planet orbiting a stable star, far from the chaos of a black hole's event horizon. These cosmic mysteries might seem distant and abstract, with no bearing on our daily lives, but that's where you'd be wrong. The quest to understand black holes is a fundamental driver of science and technology, detecting faint gravitational waves. Imaging a spot in the sky the size of a donut on the moon pushes us to invent new technologies that have benefits right here on Earth, in computing and medical imaging. Furthermore, studying black holes is about answering the biggest questions we can ask. Where did the universe come from? What is it made of? What are the fundamental laws that govern reality? Black holes hold the keys to these questions. They are the place where our current theories break down, which means new discoveries will be made there. Ultimately, exploring black holes expresses our innate human curiosity, looking up at the night sky and wondering what's out there. The future is not just about what we build, it's about what we discover.